Most people move to the US chasing the American dream. But look, let's be totally honest for a second. If you're newly navigating the American financial system, that dream can feel, well, a bit overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be. Welcome to our explainer on the American Blueprint. I'm going to be your guide today, and I want to share a foundational principle with you right out of the gate. Building wealth here in America, it's not a lottery, it's actually a proven, highly structured system. And once you understand the rules of this system, you completely take control of your future.
Just a quick heads up before we dive into the core of our blueprint, this explainer is strictly for educational purposes. You should always consult a financial advisor before making any major investing decisions. My goal today is just to give you a clear, step-by-step educational blueprint so you can avoid that paycheck-to-paycheck nightmare that so many people accidentally fall into.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 5 steps. Welcome to American Finance, master your credit score, claim your free money, grow wealth with index funds, and finally, the monthly savings challenge.
Let's kick things off with step 1. Welcome to American Finance. Your journey starts right here.
Moving to step 2, master your credit score. This is essentially your financial reputation.
When you first arrive in the US, or really just start your financial life here, this might seem like a weird concept. But your credit score basically represents exactly how much banks trust you. It dictates the interest rates you're going to be offered on cars, on homes, even on some of your insurance premiums. The golden rule of this entire system is so simple, literally never miss a payment. A good score isn't just some vanity metric. It is a vital tool that will save you thousands and thousands of dollars in interest over your lifetime. And to keep that score high, you need to memorize one specific number: 30%. This is the absolute crucial rule for what we call credit utilization. Crossing this 30% line strongly signals to lenders that you're relying way too heavily on borrowed money. A quick pro tip to keep it low: just pay your credit card bill twice a month instead of once.
Let's put that into perspective. If your credit card gives you a $10,000 credit limit, your balance at any given time should really never exceed $3,000. Just keep your spending below that 30% threshold, pay it off in full every single month, and you'll watch your financial reputation grow.
All right, step 3, claim your free money. This is the ultimate workplace wealth builder.
If you work for a company in the US, there's a good chance they offer a 401k retirement plan. Now, the key phrase you need to look for in your benefits package is employer match. This is when your employer contributes an equal amount of money to your retirement plan based on what you put in yourself. Look, corporate America rarely gives away free money, so when they do, you take it. If you skip this, you are literally leaving a raise on the table. Think about it like this. If you invest 5% of your salary and your company matches that with another 5%, your investment is instantly doubled. That's a 100% return on your invested money the exact second it leaves your paycheck. There is absolutely nowhere else in the financial world where you can get an instant, guaranteed 100% return.
And beyond the 401k, we have to talk about the Roth IRA. It is arguably the most powerful legal tax loophole available to you. Unlike traditional accounts where you have to pay taxes later, with a Roth IRA, you invest your after-tax dollars today. Why do we do this? Because when you retire at age 59 and a half, every single penny you withdraw, including all the massive profits you've made over the decades, is completely 100% tax-free. Which brings us nicely to step 4, grow wealth with index funds. This is all about safe market investing. So you're setting aside money, but that brings up a very common beginner question. Where exactly should you invest it? The stock market can seem chaotic, right? Especially with the constant news headlines about the latest booming or crashing stock.
Here's the secret. Forget about picking individual stocks. Honestly, stop trying to gamble on finding the one winning horse. Instead, just safely buy the entire racetrack. By purchasing an S&P 500 index fund like VOO, SPY, or VTI, you are essentially buying a tiny piece of the 500 largest, most successful companies in America all at once. It's diversified, it's safer, and it is exactly how the wealthiest people in the US quietly build their fortunes. And here is the beautiful story of why that strategy works so incredibly well: compound interest. Historically, the S&P 500 returns about 10% annually. So over 10, 20, and 30 years, your wealth doesn't just grow, it grows exponentially. Your money makes money, and then that new money makes even more money. As we like to say in finance, time in the market beats timing the market. Just stay consistent.
Now, what about the cash you don't invest, your emergency fund? Please don't let it just sit in a regular checking account earning 0.01% interest. If you do that, you're actually losing purchasing power to inflation every single year. Instead, keep your safety net in a high-yield savings account, or HYSA. Today, a lot of these accounts offer 4 to 5% interest. That protects your hard-earned cash from inflation while keeping it super accessible for any emergencies.
Finally, step 5, the monthly savings challenge. It's time to start your execution plan.
If you're a new resident navigating the U.S., I want you to memorize this clean, actionable checklist. Ready? 1. Keep your credit utilization strictly under 30%. 2. Claim every single dollar of your employer's 401k match. 3. Invest consistently in broad S&P 500 index funds. And 4. Stash your emergency cash in a high-yield savings account.
And that brings me to my direct challenge to you today, the $500 monthly budgeting challenge. Look, the U.S. financial system is incredibly powerful, but it's really designed for those who understand the rules and take action. So start small. I challenge you to automate an investment of just $500 this month. By being consistent with this manageable amount, you unlock the heavy lifting power of compounding.
I'll leave you with this provocative thought to chew on today. What is your absolute biggest financial goal for this year? Because now that you have the blueprint, the power is entirely in your hands to build a thriving financial life right here in the U.S. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Go take control of your financial future, and I hope you are genuinely excited to let this system start working for you.